Welcome to our series, Fine Poetry. Poems that touch deeper chords. Today, author Osborne. I finally found on the internet the full text of My Life and Quest by Arthur Osborne, his autobiography published by the Ramana Maharshi Ashram. Osborne wrote a number of books on Ramana Maharshi, his guru, and founded The Mountain Path, a journal published by Ramana Maharshi's ashram. He also wrote about Shirdi Sai Baba. One will find many excellent poems in the above biography as well. I've chosen some. Be still. Thou art, I am. Why argue? Being is. Keep still and be. Death will not still the mind, nor argument, nor hopes of after death. This world the battleground, yourself the foe, yourself must master. Eager the mind to seek, yet oft astray, causing in its own distress, then crying for relief, as though some god barred from it jealously the bliss it sought, but would not face. Till, in the end, all battles fought, all earthly loves abjured, dawn in the east. There is no other way but to be still. In stillness, then, to find the giants, all were windmills, all the strife self-made, unreal. Even he that strove, a fancied being, as when that good night woke from delirium, and with a loud cry rendered his soul to God. Mind, then, or soul? Break free from subtle words. Only be still. Lay down the mind, submit, and being then is bliss, bliss consciousness, and that you are. Death. He had revenge on death, for he died well. A poet wrote in life's far distant spring, stumbling on truth. Death's fabled heaven and hell, and drearier prospect yet the new times bring, or a blank nothingness hedge like a ring the seeming self, whose lifelong passing bell tolls in his ears, although the mind may cling to fragile hopes the gathering years dispel. But die before you die, the prophet said. Give up the seeming self that from the world falls into death. remain that self instead, wherein earth, heaven, and hell, like dreams, are furled. The world in you, not you in it, has died. For that you are, and nothing else beside. Arunachala, I sought to devour thee. Come now and devour me. Then there will be peace, Arunachala. You bade me give all for you. Take now the giver too. Survive alone, Arunachala. Let now the deception end. There was no lover or friend apart from thyself, Arunachala. Now that at last I know all this a magic show, let it dissolve in thee, Arunachala. The Guru, to feel, to know, to be the Christ within. Can there then be love for Christ on earth, walking as man, seen as a man is seen? Seek not to argue. Love has greater worth. Love makes man kin with the beloved. Such have I known, him of the lustrous eyes, him whose sole look pierced to the heart, wherein the seed was sown of wisdom, deeper than in holy book, of truth alone, not to be learned, but lived. Truth in its hour, to sprout within the heart's dark, wintry earth, and grow a vibrant thing, then come to power, to slay the seeming self that gave it birth, or to devour. Heart of my being, seen outwardly as one in human form, to draw my human love, Lord Ramana, Guru, the risen Sun, self manifest, the guide for all who rove, lost and alone, in tangled thoughts and vain imaginings, back to pure being, which your radiant smile, full of compassion for my wanderings, tells me always was, though lost this while in a world of things. The dark night, in the soul's dark night, I knew the taste of tears unshed, the hopeless seeming fight, pain for my daily bread, the hammer blows of God, sculptured from the living flesh, as from a lifeless clod, the new man made afresh. The only one escape was such my mind could not come by, could not even shape, to curse God and die. Yet through it all I knew the mind flagellant and a fake, clinging to the untrue, self-tortured for desire's sake. The fake the evil ghost, the impostor, me, the camel straining at the needle's eye, craving, and he who craves must cease to be. Simply give up and be content to die. Since there's no other way, better cut quick, slay and have done, than make an endless tale, flogging, then coddling, caring for when sick, then sentencing to hunger when he's hale. Ruthless compassion, most compassionate, when most unmoved by anguish of the cry of that false self who stands within the gate that shutters out the radiance of the sky. And the last poem, The Two Windows. Two windows are there. One looks on to space, the other on the world, both blurred by thought of I and mine. This stopped, now not a trace through that first window still was seen of aught, and none to see, no seeker and no sought. And yet no blankness this, but unimagined bliss, its gateway not through terror, but through grace. The world and dissolution, day and night, both are eternally. All things join hands in cosmic dance. All things now seem aright. The gnarled and somber northern pine trees stand, and star-shaped jasmine of this sun-baked land. Through the breached ego wall, pure love flows out to all. Even a stray dog draws love, as a child might. Is and is not, both at once are true, although to sight they seem to alternate. Life, death pass over, but they are not you. Fate fashions life, while you, immaculate, remain unchanged, beyond life, death, and fate. You feel love outward flow towards others, while you know all otherness a dream, the truth not two.